Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to my YouTube. I'm gonna show you guys how I make my brown butter chocolate chip cookies. They're super good, I promise. I'm also gonna tell you guys what it's been like living on my own at 20 while I do this. Alright, I'm gonna keep the measurements up on the screen. You're gonna need a scale. I don't do US customary measurement. The US customary measurement system is so inaccurate. Just get a scale. Okay, so you're going to turn your heat onto medium and just get your pan warmed up. And you can use any kind of butter. I'm gonna use Kerrygold. And you're gonna measure this out in grams. Okay. Measure out 85 grams of butter. You're gonna be like using like almost a whole stick. If the recipe usually goes by US customary like cookies, you can be like a gram or two off and you'll be fine. The pan doesn't have to be super hot, just let it melt. Use a spatula. It has to be a spatula. This is what it should look like. Guys, don't mind if my freaking stove looks dirty right now. But yeah, you're just gonna let this melt like this. Okay, the butter's gonna start sounding like it's cackling. Just keep it on medium heat. And make sure you're constantly stirring. There's like little pieces at the bottom. You just stir in circles. Like little speckles at the bottom. Yeah, those speckles are going to cook. When it starts foaming like this, take it off the heat so that the foam can go down so that you can actually see what you're doing. The smell is gonna change. A nutty aroma-ish. Okay, now that the bubbles have gone down, you can put it back on the heat and then you can see like the little speckles there. That's the stuff that's gonna be your brown butter. That's gonna give it that flavor. You wanna brown and toast those pieces. That's what it starts to look like. It starts to get pretty toasty. Bro, I don't know where the accent just came from. You guys see? Yo, chat. Starts to get brown super quick at this point, like here. And look, now you guys have brown butter. And you can turn off your heat. So this is the color that I like to have it at. You guys can make it darker or lighter, it's really up to you. It looks like, let's see. But yeah, you're gonna pour it into the bowl. And make sure you get like all those like little bits off the bottom of the pan. Because those little bits and like granules are what gives it that toasty flavor. You have your butter in the bowl, put this in the freezer. And you also need a room temperature egg, but because I don't really remember to, a little life hack you can do if you don't leave your egg out is to get a cup of like warm tap water. Just put your egg in there while you prep. I usually prep on my kitchen island, but we're gonna do it today. You're gonna need 2 bowls, one big one and a smaller one. I can't believe I'm doing this in silence. We're gonna start with the small bowl, which is the dry ingredients. Scale and then set your scale to 0. 150 grams of all-purpose flour. So I just took like a big old spoon, and I just like use this to just hurry up and put my flour there. Not the exact like gram measurements at this point, but I have some salt, and I'm gonna do teaspoon salt, half teaspoon salt, baking soda, a 4th teaspoon of baking powder. Okay. Those are your dry ingredients in here. You put in a bigger bowl. And then around this time or after you put in the brown butter, guys, I'm kind of all over the place. Put your oven to 350. Should have done that after my brown butter. And now I'm gonna use dark brown sugar. You can also use light brown sugar. 110 grams of this. 50 grams of granulated white sugar. I didn't even see my thing this whole time. You guys didn't see me. Hello. Now grab your butter from the freezer and then you're gonna put it in there. The butter shouldn't be frozen. It should just be cooled down. That's why you put it into the freezer so it can hurry up and cool down. Unless you have time to like let it cool, then you do you, but not me though. And you're gonna mix this together. A life hack, keep that same bowl that you just had that brown butter in. And then you're gonna grab your egg from the water and then you're going to separate the yolk from the white. Crack this over that brown butter bowl that you just had. That way you don't have to use like so many dishes. Okay. Separate the yolk from the white. Ooh, this white is runny. Okay, and then you're gonna dump the whole yolk in there. Just eyeball this. I always eyeball it. Just use half of the white. Make sure you don't use the whole thing. All right, keep half. It doesn't matter if you just put accidentally more than half. It's not that bad. Mix the egg into the sugars. Okay, you're gonna like really mix this until it gets like at least a little lighter. Maybe like one shade lighter. If it doesn't get that much lighter, you'll be okay, you won't die. Milk. This is the milk that I use. I like to use lactose-free 2%. You can also use whole milk, totally up to you. I don't like whole milk, so. You're gonna do a tablespoon of milk. I usually don't measure vanilla, but because I'm sharing this recipe, I'm gonna do half a tablespoon of vanilla. And put as much vanilla as you want. Mix that. Okay, it should get like a little more pale in color as much as you can. If there is some residue on there, you'll be okay. Use your spatula, and it's okay if your spatula is a little dirty from the brown butter. Just like scrape the sides like this, just to make it a little cleaner. Take your flour mixture, and I like to just like shake it up just a little bit like that. Okay, and then you're just gonna fold this in at little at a time. You just want to do folding method. So like you just like scrape the edge like that, and then you pull down in the middle like that. Isn't that cute? Guys, that's just so cutesy. And once it gets to this point where like there's just not too much flour left, but you can still see the flour, you're gonna add in more. I like to do this in, oh, I did add just a little bit too much flour right now. Oopsies. I was talking. Okay. I don't know why I'm like, okay. Oh my gosh, why do I keep saying okay? Yeah, you're just gonna keep folding and folding, and then you'll see it come together into like a cookie. And then add in the rest of the flour. So once your cookie dough gets to this, you're gonna leave it. My oven is done preheating, but this is the chocolate that I use. You guys do have to use bar chocolate. Like, don't use like actual chocolate chips. You should be using this one because the actual chocolate chips, I don't know if it's gonna melt right. So I also like to do this and just chop it up. And it also makes like pools of chocolate. So this recipe, I like to use half a bar. You can always use more or less. Just use as much as your heart desires. Just like chop this chocolate up. The chocolate layer. I'm gonna fold the chips in there. Or the chunks, I should say. I use this little like cookie thingy. And then just grab it in there. Oh my gosh, let me hurry this up. Your cookies should look something like this. You could shape them even more just to make them like more round. Like if they're this small, you'll be cooking it for 8 minutes. You want to aim for around 8 minutes to 12 minutes depending on how big. Just no more than 12 minutes.
Into the oven they go. Bye.
And we're gonna do a timer for, oh my gosh, hurry, 8 minutes. In the meantime, I suggest you clean up. All right guys, while like that is in the oven, now we can talk for reals. I did clean up my space. This is what it looks like. Let me tell you guys a few things that I have learned living on my own at 20. You really do begin to find yourself just because the space is all yours. Like if you think about it, like you literally create this. You know, I'm very blessed to be where I'm at and to have the things that I have. Like I feel like all of it can only be accredited to God. I honestly learned so much about myself. Like I feel like I've changed and grown individually. Time actually goes by so fast. The cookies are done. This is what they should look like. The edges should be a little golden. If you want, you can cook it a little more, but I like mine like very soft and chewy, so I don't cook it more. But if you do like harder cookies, then just cook it more, let it golden more. The cookies will look a little fluffed up when they first come out, but you have to just let them sit and deflate. But yeah, I only like living alone if Cena, guys, look at her, bro, like literally like living alone, like only people who genuinely like themselves could live alone. Be alone, you just don't like yourself and you just don't like your own space, your own time. And for me, like I really valued that, and I just like did not want to be near people Like being around people all the time and always just hearing things and like always having noise in my ears, like no actual silence. And also like at this age, like you're really growing and becoming like who you want to be. And if you really think about it, like who you want to be is totally up to you. Also like setting boundaries and stuff within friendships, any connection that you have, like setting a healthy boundary is very needed. And I feel like that's something that I really learned. And also like venturing out, exploring things. Guys, say hi. Zena, you wanna sit with me? And also like just like venturing out and like exploring things on your own, like not being afraid to do things on your own. Like literally this is the only, like these are the times where you can really just get it to yourself, you know what I mean? And I've also learned that like not everything will be meant for you and not everyone is meant for you. Like don't hold on to things that will hold you back. I feel like that's like one of the biggest things I've learned is like whether you notice it or not, like there's a lot of things that are holding you back, whether that's your mind, whether that's people, or whether that's genuine beliefs that you have. Like there's so many things that hold you back from what you can do and what you can be. People ask me, how did I get my apartment at this age? And I will say financial literacy is very important. I was lucky to grow up in a school district where we did have financial literacy classes and I took those classes. And also like very common sense things, like a lot of people will tell you don't use a credit card. I live in America. In America, you got it. They run on credit cards. Like nowhere else uses a credit card besides America. So they run on credit cards here and they run on credit. If you don't know how to use a credit card, literally the first thing you have to do when you turn 18 is open that credit card. Get a job, open that credit card, do it some way, somehow, open a credit card and start building that credit. I feel like some people are just so scared of using a credit card, but guys, I don't remember the last time I've ever paid anything out of a debit card. I keep 1 cent in my debit card. Everything else goes to a savings or a high yield savings. I recommend high yield savings just because you will not be outrunning inflation keeping your money in a regular savings account. Use a high yield savings account, opening a Roth IRA, investing into that, investing into the market, also learning financial skills. Like I taught myself very basic things about the stock market and I taught myself how to trade. I do trade sometimes just for fun, but I wouldn't use that as a income. Some people do. Learning very basic skills like that. Teach yourself, because guys, like I genuinely believe like knowledge and education is the one thing that no one can ever take away from you. And the higher your education and the higher your knowledge, the more value you become. And it's just like, how could you ever really fail if you have all this knowledge, you know? Like you are so knowledgeable in so many things. How could you fail? I just want finance talk, but I will say keeping track of your finances and budgeting. I used to not budget, okay? I used to literally spend money like there was no tomorrow. And that's the quickest way to lose it, okay? But also I just didn't have anything to pay for. Like it was just my shopping. Everything else was paid for. So like taking your time and understand that not everyone's timeline is the same. So don't be discouraged if you don't have an apartment by 20 years old, because that's like low-key really hard in this economy. The only reason why, like I am very like honest about this, the only reason why I am where I am is because I do go to college. My parents pay my tuition. My dad pays my gas and groceries. I don't have a car. My car is fully paid off. Well, my dad paid it all off, so I don't have insurance though. I don't have insurance just because I do think insurance is a scam. Without insurance, I've been paying less, so. But I do say if you're not gonna have insurance, keep an emergency fund for sure. And also like understand that if God is for you, who it could be against you? What could be against you? Like literally with God, you can literally do anything. And if you feel like you can't, pray about it. And I feel like that's how Zena. I feel like that's like literally the most valuable advice that I could give. Hey guys, like, stop worrying about what people think of you. If people are gonna make an image of you or think certain things of you, let them, because at the end of the day, like, don't let other people's opinions and words affect you. The only opinion that really matters is God's. I'll start focusing on things that you can control and let God handle everything that you can't. Also, like, take things for what they are, and honestly, like, try to not take life so serious. Like, have fun and be as happy and positive as you can, because guys, like, it's all really a mindset things. Like, once you change your mindset, you're gonna keep your faith in God. Like, that's literally all I could tell you. No one's going to physically come and save you. Like, it's just not gonna happen. So it's like, you gotta put that work in, you gotta keep your faith strong and keep your trust in God. Being authentically yourself, don't be sorry about it, and literally creating your future. Like, literally everything is in your hands. It's all just a mindset thing and a matter of when you'll do it and if you will. After yapping, this is what the cookies look like. You guys can always like put more like chocolate chips like on top if you like it, if you'd like to. I just didn't do it just because it's just me eating this. Okay guys, I grabbed a cookie. Let's do taste test. Oh my gosh, look how soft it just breaks. Super yum. Aww. Let me know if you guys try out those cookies or the cookie recipe. Let me know what you guys think and if there's anything else I could answer to help you guys. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video.